Thiemann. Guess what we have in store for you tonight at the Antelope Valley Restaurant Directory.
From the city of brotherly love, Janet and Michael Roy give you a taste of Philly. The Antelope Valley now has authentic steak sandwiches and hoagies for you, Philadelphia style. Bread from Philadelphia brought in bi-weekly. What's a hoagie? Stick around, you'll find out. A taste of Philly, 2015 West Avenue J in Lancaster brings the East Coast to you right here in the Antelope Valley. Better yet, a taste of Philly. Now, let's head south and stop off at Grandpa's Homestyle. Next time you're driving down Sierra Highway, right around the Lancaster area, you'll smell the barbecue and you'll see the smoke from Grandpa's Barbecue. Southern recipes handed down from generation to generation. They say Texas-styled, Louisiana flavor, and Mississippi soul. Grandpa's Homestyle, 45545 North Beach in Lancaster.
I have to let everyone know that this is early in the morning. Now you start barbecuing early.
Early in the morning because the shade is back here, and I try to do it before the sun come up. And I have a big order going out today. I have Robinson and Hunter. They order. I have served them for 20 people every Saturday. So I have to get out here and make sure I get them ready before 1 o'clock. And so I try to get out here and get everything ready. And this is my barbecuing day.
This is when you know it's the real stuff, too.
Yeah.
When you're starting early in the morning.
Early in the morning. The earlier the better. If I was home, I start at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
But here, I can't get here until 7, so I like to kick it off early in the morning.
Well, I don't understand. You know, a lot of us now barbecue, and, you know, we think, oh, a couple of hours barbecue, but that's not real barbecue, is it?
No. It's what y'all doing is just putting an invitation of barbecue together and just having something for the family. But this is the real deal here. When you put it in here and you set and you let it simmer and cook. Now, I started this here early this morning. I got my fire ready. And now this is gonna set in here and it's gonna tender, and you can see the smoke just smoking up, and it's getting ready to, the smoke just goes off into the meat. It makes your meat real tender. And that's the whole key to good barbecue. You put it on a fire, all these open pits barbecue places where they cook it over the fire and everything, that's not barbecue. That's what you call broil food. This is barbecue. And with this pit, I'll out barbecue any man. I like to get into a barbecue contest.
Oh boy.
Look at the smoke.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, this is smoke.
Now I saw on the menu too, we've got Texas style.
Louisiana flavor and a whole bunch of Mississippi soul.
Which part are you from? Are you from down there?
I'm from Texas.
Texas.
The way that name came about was my mom is from Mississippi, where the soul come from. My daddy is from Louisiana, where the flavor come from. And they had me in Texas, so that's where Texas come from.
You can't lose with that. We got 3 southern states all
wrapped in one. And they put out a heck of a package when they made me.
I'll let you go it on now, darling, and give yourself just a little more time.
We want to know, how did we get so blessed here in Lancaster to have Grandpa here in Lancaster, California?
I came here with a dream. I came to Lancaster with a dream. I waited until I got a little old to have the dream, but I came here with a dream to open up a nice barbecue and home-cooked food place. And some kind of way the Lord blessed me. I kept telling people that I was going to do it, and I was going to do it. And they would begin to doubt me because I hadn't did it. And some kind of way the Lord just blessed me and just give this to me and told me, say, here it is. Now let's see what you can do with it. And I'm thanking the Lord that I was blessed to get in here and to get this. And now I want to give the people my recipes and that was handed down to me and let them taste some real Southern style food.
Oh boy. And then we can all fulfill our dreams too.
There it is. You can always fulfill your dream. All you have to do is just keep thinking positive instead of negative.
Yeah. Well, we have to come out help him fulfill this dream, because this is going to be some of the best barbecue you ever ate. Not only, our barbecue at home was once a year on the 4th of July.
Yes.
That's when we would do the barbecue, once a year. But we can have the 4th of July every day here.
Every day, right here at Grandpa Homestyle Cooking. You can have it every day. I'm here every day, 6 days a week, Sunday through Tuesday. And you can just say Tuesday through Sunday. And we here 6 days a week, and I have barbecue all 6 days a week. And don't forget about the rest of my menu.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm about the only person in town have chitlins. I have chitlins every day.
That's the soul part.
That's the soul part. Red beans and rice. That's another soul part. Everybody looks for red beans and rice. You can't cook them at home the way we cook them. And our menu is special Southern style food. We cook home-cooked food. We have some of the most tenderest short ribs that you can want to see, and our oxtails are wonderful. So all our dishes are very wonderful. All you have to do is just come out and try them.
Okay, so we don't want to miss it. We can come get good old Southern style cooking, the best barbecue you've ever tasted, right here at Grandpa's Home Style in Lancaster. Now we're here, we're going to find out how Grandpa got here in Lancaster on Avenue H8.
All right, well, that's a long story. This used to be a hamburger place. And I came here when they was getting ready to open this, and I talked to the gentleman, and they told me they had already rented it out. And so I just had it in my mind that this was my place, and it should have been my place. So I told him what I like to do, and he said, well, the guy gonna open up and make it a hamburger and Spanish food place. I said, well, let me talk to the guy. So they introduced me to him, and I told him about my ideas, and he didn't want my ideas, but me and him got together, and I worked for 4 months in this place free. And because I know it was gonna be mine, I worked with him to see what he wanted to do, and then after I found out that he wasn't gonna do what I wanted to do, so I left. And sure enough, it became my place. And they called me up and asked me did I want it, and I told them yes, and that's how I got the place.
That's keeping the faith.
Yes, I never gave up. I never gave up. I kept telling people that this was gonna be mine, and the people was looking at me, laughing at me, and they didn't think I was for real, but I know deep down in my heart that this was gonna be my place. Some kind of way the Lord just steered me here and wouldn't let me give this place up, and he just told me that this is your place. And you just keep the faith and it will be yours, and that's what I did. And I hope that the people understand that I'm here to stay, because I believe this is mine. And I'm gonna carry out good food and try to treat the customers right, and I want to stay here. I was sent here by the Lord, and I believe this is mine.
You have another family member working here too.
Yes, I do. I have my brother Roy. He's from New Orleans. And let me tell you something, he's the best gumbo man in town. We got the best gumbo in the city of Atlanta. I say in the high desert area. I don't believe there's no one in the high desert area that can match his gumbo. And he cooks the chitlins and the greens, and let me tell you something, he's the home style guy. He was born, but his mother died at an early age, and he had to learn how to cook when he was a little bitty boy. And let me tell you, he learned how to cook good. He helped fed his 3 sisters, and he can cook. And along with me and my recipes and him and his recipes, it's hard to beat us. You can just say this is Jim Brown and Isaac Hayes.
Great food.
Yes, we have the best food around. I don't think we can be matched.
Well, you're talking to a Mississippi girl, and there's some good cooking that comes from down south. So you got to try Grandpa's, because it's going to be the best here. How'd you get into cooking? What's some of your background?
Well, I've been cooking since I was 7 years of age. And from the family, came from the family, my father, my mother, aunt, sister. I have my oldest sister in Hawthorne, California, and I learned a great deal from her.
Do you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I've been doing it since I was a kid, and it's something I always wanted to do. And I love it. I love fooling with food and serving the people. Yes?
Well, you can tell you guys are passionate here, and I know there's going to be some good food coming out of Grandpa's home style.
Yeah, we're going to give it our best. We're going to sure give it our best.
You have lunch specials too?
Yeah. I have a mini lunch special. Mini lunch special, I put it on the menu for the working people because everyone don't want to have a full meal. So I break it down into a mini lunch special and give them half a portion of what I would give for dinner. And not quite, a little bit more than half a portion. But I only charge them $4.99 for a mini lunch special with 2 vegetables, and they can get oxtails, they can get short ribs, they can get liver and onion, they can get pork chops, they can get fried chicken, and get chicken wings. And these items that's on the menu is to help the people who's working and at work every day, who cannot afford to pay for a full meal and who can't afford to eat a full meal at work because they're gonna go to sleep. So I give them a half a meal so that they can keep working and their boss won't have to say, don't eat at Grandpa's no more for lunch, you know. So that is why I put a mini lunch special out.
You said you once and love me, but now I guess you'll change your mind. You said you once and love me, but now I guess you'll change your mind. I'll let you go it on now, darling, and give yourself just a little more time.
In my time, I've been barbecuing since I was about a kid, about 13, 14 years old. So my father, this is his trade, and he brought it right on to me. So it was a hand-me-down thing.
So is this the hand-me-down too?
This is my creation. I created this pit about 15, 20 years ago. And it's been on different scenes for barbecuing, and I think it's one of the greatest barbecue pit that I ever put together.
So not only the authentic barbecue, but you have an authentic barbecue grill too.
Yes, I do. I think this is the best. This really can hold some meat, if you can see.
Oh boy.
This holds right here is about 2 cases of ribs on here now, and I put about 3-4 roasts on here, about a case of chicken, and it can just do the job for you. And it don't take all day to work for you. It works very easy for you. I love it. It leaves the taste in your food. That's what I love about it.
So what really gives us the taste, Grandpa?
What really gives you the taste is the flavor that I use. I use a real live flavor that I mix up to put on your meat. You don't need no sauce when I put this flavor on your meat. You can just eat it without the sauce.
It's not like most barbecues where you got to order extra sauce.
Oh no, you don't need no sauce to eat this meat here. You don't even need no teeth when I finish with it.
No teeth, it just melts in your mouth.
Just melts in your mouth.
But what triggered the name Grandpa's Home Style?
Well, I have 2 new grandbabies that's coming up. And at the time, I was thinking about my grandbabies, and I just say, name this Grandpa, because with 14 grandkids, and those 2 would make my 16th, I figured I'm a grandpa. So this was hand-me-down from my father and their great-grandfather. So I figured this should be named Grandpa, because this is a real deal. This is not the fake artist barbecue. This is the real deal. And I think my grandkids are going to enjoy this, and they're going to have this when they get older, and I hope that I can get one of them to come in and learn how to cook.
If your restaurant would like to be profiled on the Antelope Valley Restaurant Directory, simply call GRT Productions and ask for Connie Thiemann at 805-256-8522. That's the Antelope Valley Restaurant Directory, Connie Thiemann at 805-256-8522. Now that we're all hungry, add another to your must-eat-at list. Sandwiches, authentic steak sandwiches and hoagies from A Taste of Philly, 2015 Avenue J, Lancaster.
Hi, we're here at the Taste of Philly in Lancaster, and we're going to find out a little bit about hoagies tonight. Janet, tell me about some of the experience you've had before the Taste of Philly.
Yeah, I've put in basically 9 years of cooking in a marriage, and I've been cooking since 14, so I've got a lot of experiences in cooking. That's basically it.
Where does the title of the restaurant come from, Taste of Philly? What does it mean?
The title of the restaurant came about basically because I was raised in Philadelphia, and my husband was raised on the south side of, on the other side of the bridge, on the Jersey side, South Jersey. And while we thought we couldn't bring all of Philadelphia, we thought we could bring just a taste of it. And so the name of Taste of Philly came about.
Who do you think your clientele is, Janet?
Our clientele basically are anyone that cares for a good sandwich, primarily. That could be your average housewife or your businessman. We do get an array of clients that come in.
Hi, I would recommend Philly's to my friend and fellow Antelope Valley people out there. The food is very good. It's homemade sweet potato pie. The chicken salad's homemade. Everything's fresh, made to order just the way you like it, and very inexpensive. Have a nice lunch special here, and I think you ought to try it. I enjoyed myself very much. Friendly people.
It's quality food, good tasting food. I'd come back and buy more.
What is the difference in the Taste of Philly and the other submarine shops?
That's an interesting question. The difference is primarily in the way that we make the sandwich. As well as we do one thing that we know no one else does, is we make the effort to bring the breads in from Philadelphia. So we do have them, FedEx in, and where they're baked every day, and so they come in fresh. And we don't, it's basically in the preparation of the sandwich primarily because we do it a little bit different from the average sub shops. You're not just the cold cuts with lettuce and tomatoes primarily. We do use some secret seasonings, Italian seasonings that we do put on our sandwich. We don't believe in using vinegar on our sandwich because we believe that vinegar ruins the bread when it separates from the oil. So that's another difference that we do have with our sandwich versus the other sub shops. And I think you might want to taste one, and then you'll definitely notice a difference once you taste one. It's completely different from the typical sub shops.
What is Janet's favorite hoagie?
Janet's favorite hoagie.
Do you have one?
I don't think I have one. I really don't have one.
You like them all?
I like them all.
Now to tell us about the lunch special, because there we can find out what our favorite hoagie is, right?
We do have lunch specials. Our lunch specials are primarily any 7-inch sandwich that we sell, and primarily we specialize in steak sandwich and hoagies. And so we do have the Philly cheesesteak that everyone else supposedly have, but we have an authentic one, trust me. And so you have the opportunity to try any one of them, and that could be from the steaks or the hoagies, French fries, and a drink.
What's the price of this lunch special?
Well, we think our price is probably the cheapest around. We have all that for $3.75.
A friend of mine first told me about this place. This is a Taste of Philly. They make cheese steaks and hoagies and stuff like that. And I thought I'd come down and check it out because I'm from Philly, and they told me they had the real deal. So being a person that's heard that once or twice, I came down, checked it out. It was all real and nice. The people here are friendly, and they do a good job with, giving you that great service. It's inexpensive. Made me homesick for a minute there, but I don't have to go home anymore. Now I can get my steaks right here in Lancaster.
Tell me, how does your husband fit in the picture?
Well, actually, this was Michael's idea, and I said no, because of course with the risk in the restaurant business, I was not, after moving from the East Coast here, I was not looking forward to getting into anything so risky. But he sold me on the idea that Antelope Valley needed a good sandwich shop when he brought home a sandwich. And after not even tasting it, after looking at it, I decided that maybe we do need to venture into something like this to give the Antelope Valley a good sandwich, that they can try and appreciate.
The concept is just to bring a little bit of the East Coast out here to the desert, the high desert. And what I want people to see or have the ambiance of when they walk through the door is that we're a clean establishment, and we ship our breads all the way from the East Coast to make sure that our sandwiches are authentic from Philadelphia. And we ship them in daily, bi-weekly, I should say, just to make sure they're fresh. The thing is that we wanted to be able to have everything fresh and prepared. So we're not a fast food restaurant per se, but we do try to get everybody's order out within 10 minutes. And we had some trouble when we started because we had trouble finding somebody to shave the meats the way we wanted. So we really couldn't find anybody who was willing to do so, so we do so ourselves. So we prepare our meats ourselves just to make sure that everything is definitely authentic as possible, as like in Philadelphia. And for those who are from the East Coast, you would definitely enjoy our sandwiches because we use the cheeses, the meats, everything that you would think about when you think about home, especially in the northeastern section of the country.
To someone that's never been here, I would say, I'm sure you've heard about a Philadelphia cheesesteak, you've heard about a hoagie, and I would say come and try it the real way, the way it's really supposed to be fixed and done, and then you can definitely tell the difference once you've had one of ours.
The first time I came to a Taste of Philly,
The smell is what got me. It's definitely like home, and I'm from Philadelphia, so I should know. So come on in and visit Michael and Janet, A Taste of Philly. Come get a steak or a hoagie. They're wonderful.
And one of the concepts was to bring a little bit of the East Coast here to Lancaster, California, in the middle of the desert. And the idea was that since there was a lot of aerospace industry and the Edwards Air Force Base was here, that we figured that it would be a lot of people from the East Coast out here dying to have something from the East Coast. So the idea came to mind, and one day on my wife's birthday, I went and bought a sandwich from one of the neighboring sandwich shops, and she was quite disappointed because I guess she was just used to the sandwiches back east. So the idea came out, and we talked about it, we tossed it around, and we had a friend of ours, a dear friend, or friends, name of John Nelson, Cassandra Nelson. We brought them on board with the concept, and they liked it, so we all four of us got together and started this sandwich shop called A Taste of Philly.
Thanks for joining us on the Antelope Valley Restaurant Directory. Until next time, we'll see you later.
If your restaurant would like to be profiled on the Antelope Valley Restaurant Directory, simply call GRT Productions and ask for Connie Thiemann at 805-256-8522. That's the Antelope Valley Restaurant Directory, Connie Thiemann at 805-256-8522.